Emily Hang. Emily Hang.
Hi,
Emily Hang. Emily Hang.
Hello.
Emily.
Emily.
Emily Hang.
Emily Hang.
Hi, sister.
Emily Hang.
Emily Hang, my sister from Philly.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily. Happy senior honoring.
My fellow Asian.
Throwback to freshman year when I worked in the call center, and I literally looked up to you so much. Like, I was like scared of you because everyone was like, oh yeah, Emily Hang, like she knows her stuff. Oh yeah, Emily Hang, Emily Hang, Emily Hang. And I was like, wow, this girl is wow.
Emily, I remember when Natalie and I lived off campus last summer, and you and a bunch of girls from DOZ came over for brunch, and we were talking about Austria, and like you looked at Nat and I and you were like, wait, like you guys are going? Like I'm gonna have less time to like get to know you guys. And that just like really stuck with me and struck me. And I just felt really seen and loved in that. So thank you. You love so incredibly well.
I'll never forget when we stopped each other on the sidewalk, and I just like was helping you with your phone for like 20 minutes, and then later that night I intended, and you're like, ow. That was funny. I loved intenting with you. It was like such a good memory.
My favorite times was when right after Jalif Takum, we went back to Sarah and Monet and Sarah's height, and you brought Capri Suns over and we all sat and drank Capri Suns, and it was just like the best time ever. And I'm gonna miss times like that. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss seeing you around, and I'm gonna miss you in household.
I just want to thank you for all the ways that you loved me last semester, and for being your hilarious self. I really appreciate your comedic relief in household. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say that, but
You are one of the funniest people I know.
You're one of the funniest people I've ever met.
Emily, you are by far the funniest person I know.
Every minute that I've been around you, you just crack me up. Your sense of humor is hilarious.
Emily, you are probably the most hilarious person I have ever met.
You are absolutely hysterical.
you are also very funny.
Your humor and your jokes and your laughter just makes any situation like instantly 100 times better.
You are such a blast. Your sense of humor and your personality, it just like lights up a room. Like you just bring so much joy, and that's been like a huge inspiration to me.
I also just want to remind you that your heart does not go unnoticed.
Emily, thank you so much for everything that you've done for household and for the ways that you've just loved.
You are just such a beautiful and unique and talented and just incredible person with such an incredible heart, and literally like household is just not going to be the same without you.
We're so funny, but you're also such a solid person, which, I don't know, you're probably one of the coolest people I know. Not gonna lie.
You really are a gift to household, not only in your creative hand, but also in just the light of your presence. Really, Emily, you have the ability to change a room. You have the ability to light it up. And I'm so grateful to have seen light pour in every time that you step into the common room.
And your heart for this household, I saw firsthand last fall. You would like work tirelessly for our fundraiser and making art and just being there for the sisters, and like willing to put in time that you could be just in your height making art, but you decided to like spend time on wing, and that is important to me.
I have truly been floored by you and the wisdom that you have. Just know that I seriously love you and respect you so much. I think that you are a really committed, loyal person, and that you love the Lord with all your heart.
Thank you so much for everything that you've offered household in the last year, for sharing all of your gifts and talents with us. Your gift of quick wit and humor, your beautiful artistic talents, and my favorite memory with you was this past fall at retreat I didn't even know that you were also so musically talented and had such a beautiful voice. But you do, and it was clear that it was something that you weren't used to. You weren't used to sharing that gift with others. But I want to thank you for your openness to doing that, even though it wasn't something that you were comfortable with. And that was such a gift for me to be able to play with you, to be able to receive those praises. And yeah, I feel like I really got to kind of see you and who you really are and like your depth in those moments. So I want to thank you for sharing that with me.
You're very kind, and I just loved getting to know you and seeing a heart for the Lord, and just getting to grow with you.
Yeah, and so I just want to thank you for your dedication to household, because it didn't go unnoticed, Emily. And thank you for using your gifts to help us and to just show like what beauty is. I pray that you know how loved you are.
You're so talented. Like, your artistic abilities are insane. Like, honestly, like the things you made for Coffee House, like, what? This household is not gonna be the same without you.
Emily, the things I admire most about you are your generous heart and your authenticity.
It's like artistic and funny and genuine, and just like you make everyone feel comfortable to be themselves.
Thank you for just always being there for me, and like I loved just getting to like sit and have lunch with you.
You're just such a joyful person to be around.
Thank you for teaching me to be myself and to, not worry about anyone else's thoughts.
Just keep being amazing, keep changing the world, keep being yourself, and no, I'm praying for you. You're awesome, Emily. Love you.
I know you've been a huge gift to everyone else in that way. And I'm really sad to see you go, but I know that this isn't going to be the last time I see you, and I hope to see you soon. I love you a lot.
Anyways, thank you for just being you and being silly and being unique and creative and fun and driven, and for inspiring me to live out my own quirkiness. Thanks, girl. I love you.
Presence is gonna be really missed, but I know that you are going to go off and do incredible things. So I'm excited to see what God has in store for you. And just know that I love you a lot and I'm gonna miss you, but that I'll be praying for you.
You're so beautiful at heart. Super thankful for the couple of months we got to spend together in Ohio. And I'm just looking forward to what the Lord has in store for you for the rest of your life. I really just want to say I admire you so much, and I love you so deeply as a sister, and I can't wait to see all the good things that you do in the future, because I know that the Lord is constantly guiding you in every step you take.
Yeah, I hope you know that I will be praying for you and thinking of you.
I'm just excited to see the way that you build the kingdom, because I think that you're just going to do it in such a uniquely Emily way, but that there will be people in heaven because of the way that you have loved them.
I have no doubts that the Lord is going to do great things with you, and for you and through you. Really none at all. And I'm really excited to get to see some of that glory be poured out back to the Father. So I will be praying for you. Thanks for the memes and the lulz. Okay, bye.
I just wish you the best of luck in the future, and just know that I'm always here if you need anything.
Such a bright person, like your comedy, like you make so many jokes, and I just love it. I love you so much. I'll be praying for you in the future. I'm sorry I have to say goodbye like this, but I'll miss you. I'll be praying for you. May God grant you peace. Love you.
You are always in my heart. I know this is not goodbye. I'll probably see you at graduation and weddings, things like that, but yeah, just know that I love you a lot.
And I know that you're just so sweet and kind, and I wish you the best going forward. I know you'll do great things.
I'm praying for you wherever you go, and I know life has such big plans for you. So good luck!
Emily, you are the glory of God. I know you're good.
Emily, love you, and you are the glory of God, and I know you're good.
You are the glory of God, and I know you're good.
The glory of God. I know you're good.
Emily, you are the glory of God, and I will your good. I love you, dude.
Emily, hey, you are the glory of God, and I will your good. God bless you, sister.
You are the glory of God, and I will your good today, forever, and always.
You don't know the impact that you've had on Household. You are a gift. You have blessed Household in a multitude of ways. Not only your humor and your artistic ability, which we capitalize on at every opportunity, but also your light, your love, your authenticity. You're one of the most real people I've ever known. I still remember when we hung out for the first time. It was after a Lord's Day, and it was our junior year in the fall, and we went to the CAF after, just you and me, and we didn't know each other that well, but you just spilled your guts out, and I really appreciated your openness and your realness. So thank you for bringing that to Household. Thank you for being you, because Household needed it. That's why the Lord called you to the sisterhood at this time, because we needed you. And I know you probably, you've even expressed to me that you don't think that you were present enough, at least when I was here. But Emily, you were so present. You were open. You brought your heart to this common room, and you allowed us to peer inside of it, which is a gift. You were willing to give so much to Household, so thank you for that. Emily, I'm so excited to see what you do in the future. I'm confident that the Lord is going to call you to really amazing things, and that you're going to change the world. I know that sounds so cheesy, but truly, in whatever way He asks you to, you're going to change your little corner of the world. And I know I have been different for having known you. Household has been different for having you in it, and the world is going to be better for having you in it. So thank you for joining this sisterhood. Thank you for pouring into it. And you are the glory of God, and I really are good.
Emily, hey, congrats on graduating. You finally did it. I just want to say I'm one of the only believers in you whenever your exegesis wasn't even started the night before it was due, and your thesis. I just want to say that I was right there with you, woman. But you did it, and I believed in you, and so did God, and you got it all done. So congratulations. That in itself is an amazing feat, and I'm flabbergasted at that ability that you have. But I also wanted to just say how grateful I am for you in my life, and the ways that you've changed me and impacted my heart and ability to know the Lord. It's been one of the biggest blessings of my time at Franciscan, and just to recall on our relationship, I remember when I first met you at the call center, and when I met you at the call center, I was a little bit thrown off and intimidated, just kind of like what I said about Mariana. I was just oh gosh, I have no idea what's gonna come out of her mouth next. But through the years and through the months and the days, the endless nights of being together, I am so grateful I got to know you and the person that you are. It's something more than I ever imagined, and it's beautiful. And I just saw it in our time together that you're such a complete beauty and a complete light, and you have such a way of being able to make people feel so much joy, whether it's Bryant or whoever at the call center, Colin, or whoever we would sit by. You know, it was so fun just to like be funny and be lighthearted. I think you really, really have a way of bringing lightheartedness to dreary situations, and that in itself is what the world needs. I mean, I need it. I need it so much, but the world needs that lightheartedness and that joy. And you know, even just bringing that joy to I feel like it just brought joy to the darkest places of my heart, and lightheartedness to dreary situations, and that in itself is what the world needs. I mean, I need it. I need it so much, but the world needs that lightheartedness and that joy. And you know, even just bringing that joy to I feel like it just brought joy to the darkest places of my heart and the heart of others. And you remind me that like life isn't always supposed to be so serious and so rigid, and you always point people back to the Father, reminding them that He's got it all and there's nothing to fret over. I think you just like exhibit that so well in your life, you know, whether it be not a late paper, which is impressive, but whether it be a paper or just the things that were going on in your life and boy situations, you know, you always just like had this serenity about you, and you always had this confidence and trust in God. He was going to take care of it all, and you just lived your life so freely and so joyfully. And I think that just really was so impactful, just to trust in Him and just to know that He's got it all, and that allowed you to live in the freedom that you had. But deeper than the jokes and the funniness, which honestly are such a huge gift, and I can't wait to see what you do with that, you have this immense depth about you. You have this sense of motherliness and serenity and way of calming chaos in one's heart. That's something I really got to know about you, is, you know, you were able to recognize a need or recognize a problem in someone, whether or not they told you, you knew it, and you were able to see a need and fulfill that and listen to God and be there, be present to that person. And that's something so beautiful. And you see people's hearts so well, and I think you leave people feeling closer to the Father than they did before, and you know exactly how to respond. And I mean, heck, you even did that with people over the phone. I mean, that is a blessing in itself, and that's wild, and that's how you're able to do what you do. And even without seeing someone like face to face, even just the sound of your voice, the way that you genuinely care about people, the people right are going on in your life, and boy situations, you know, you always just like had this serenity about you, and you always had this confidence and trust in God. He was going to take care of it all, and you just lived your life so freely and so joyfully. And I think that just really was so impactful, just to trust in Him and just to know that He's got it all, and that allowed you to live in the freedom that you had. But deeper than the jokes and the funniness, which honestly are such a huge gift, and I can't wait to see what you do with that, you have this immense depth about you. You have this sense of motherliness and serenity and way of calming chaos in one's heart. That's something I really got to know about you, is, you know, you were able to recognize a need or recognize a problem in someone, whether or not they told you, you knew it, and you were able to see a need and fulfill that and listen to God and be there, be present to that person. And that's something so beautiful. And you see people's hearts so well, and I think you leave people feeling closer to the Father than they did before, and you know exactly how to respond. And I mean, heck, you even did that with people over the phone. I mean, that is a blessing in itself, and that's wild, and that's how you're able to do what you do. And even without seeing someone like face to face, even just the sound of your voice, the way that you genuinely care about people, the people right in front of you, and the people on the phone, and the people that you don't even know, the people that you met like for like 20 minutes on a beach, and you deeply care, like that just shows like the immense depth that you have in your heart, and the ability to love, and the ability to receive the love from the Father, and give it right back. And Emily, I cannot wait to see what you do in this world, because it's gonna be mind-blowing, and we need you, and I need you, and God needs you. And I'm so blessed to be able to have known you for the past 3 years, and I can't wait to see what God does with your life. He's already done so much. Emily, you are the glory of God, and I know you're good. I love you, girl.